all good. Everything is okay. Got to buy a different mic arm because this one's just not gonna cut it anymore. Because it keeps dropping my mic upside down and inside out. But however, I'm back, y'all. Hey, everybody, it's Eli, the Marfan homie, back with another episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode. What was the last episode? My heart surgery. So heart surgery number 2. An in-depth view of how that went. So I really hope you guys tuned in. And I hope you guys are also listening and viewing your preference. The other episodes. So again, the Marfan homie on all platforms. But I'm Eli. Again, Marfan homie, we are here today. So today, come with another episode. And something I haven't talked about yet that's so obvious, right? My glasses, my eye situation, and what's really going on in there, and what that situation is pushing to. So this is another episode. I am messing up, you guys. Forgive me. But welcome. So again, title of this episode is "How Could I Forget to Talk About My Vision?" And in parentheses it says over 3 to 5K in glasses. And honestly, it might be an exaggeration, but I don't think so. I know I've spent a lot of money in glasses. Between losing, breaking, new prescriptions being filled, all types of stuff. And again, my prescription, for whatever reason, is expensive. The lens to make my prescription is expensive. It is thick. And we're just going to go through it all. But before we go through all that, I'd like to start off with a recap. So, what's happened since? So, what's happened since the last episode? Man, I think I'm losing weight. I don't want to, but I just haven't been eating lately. I don't know why. Stress, work, who knows? What else? What else has been happening? Went to my first Derby party. So the Kentucky Derby was this past weekend, but by the time you listen to this, it would be so long ago. But the Kentucky Derby was this past weekend, so my girlfriend and I dressed up. I'm gonna post pictures of that, but quite dapper. And actually, this was the second weekend in a row that I've worn a suit per se, and I was just like, all right, can we shoot for a third? But this weekend, I have date night planned, so no need to dress up for this particular date night. So it is what it is. What else has happened since? Nothing too much. Work, like I said. That's about it. That's again my weekends. Either they're gonna be a low significance, or they're just gonna be like of high significance. Like I jumped out of a plane one weekend. Like that's gonna be that high, or just be like, nah, I sat at home and chill, like that low. But I guess this weekend was in between. Who knows? All right, I'm talking too much. However, how's this month going? So this is the month of May. Month of May. So usually, I guess in my younger days, we would be gearing up for Caribbean Fest. That would be like the Memorial Day weekend. So whenever that is, but I'm actually trying to find a festival in Dallas or the DFW area to go to Caribbean Fest. But again, the Caribbeanness out here in DFW is just not here. So trying to figure out how to make that work and whatnot. Oh, and to my nerdy side, just found out / announced today that Apple will be dropping Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro on the M1 iPads and higher. So that's great because I got something in the works. So I'm trying to hone my skills of editing videos and stuff like that. Just far as again making me satisfied and happy with what I'm trying to do. So I'm very happy about that. And then of course all the other stuff. I think there was one more device that they said they were gonna put it on, but that's my nerd side. And again, that will be a whole other podcast maybe to push my nerdy side as well. We'll see about that in the future. How's work going? So work is work. So the leads program that I told you guys about, that's been going well. I had my first peer meeting yesterday. That was definitely a thing, but it was necessary. We came out on top trying to just figure out what we can do to make ourselves better in employees, leaders, um, and ultimately, I mean, again, if you have any business outside of work, ultimate entrepreneurs and just again leaders overall, whether you're working for someone or not working for someone. So again, I'm looking at it from both sides as I move through this program. And forgive my ashiness. If I've been ashy on any other video, forgive me. I probably don't care. I honestly don't like lotion. However, I put it on for you guys, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I guess if I put it on more, it would actually work, right? What's next? Let's actually put this on there. Like all that's connected. That's pretty cool. What else? But that's honestly been it for work. Again, I think I'm working at a good pace. Me and my girlfriend had a talk about the other day about just working, like honing in our skills and like whether we want to wear one hat or several hats or how many hats do we actually want to wear in a particular role that we're fulfilling for someone's company. Because again, we both have entrepreneurial spirits, so it's just like we're fighting between being employers and of course ultimate entrepreneurs to where we're setting our own hours, making our own income and stuff like that. Whole other channel that's on the way, but that's just been going on. So that's just a piece of my life, right? So let's get down to the meat. So like I said, this episode is about my vision. It has progressively gotten worse over the years, but I go to the doctor. I get my eye exams every year. I get a new prescription every year, whether I fill it or not. But it's a thing. I've been consistent, especially as I've graduated college and started my career. I've been consistent with going to the doctor and getting new glasses and getting my prescriptions filled and stuff like that. So actually, actually, let's see. So the first point on here is my life before glasses. So as far as I can remember, again, glasses usually comes like, of course, like you can't see, you sit too close, blurry eye, this, that, and the third. Well, I had all that, and I got Marfan. So again, we know that some people, again, Marfan's affects people differently. So with one thing that definitely happened is you can look at my eyes. Like if I take off my glasses and record and just look into my eyes, tell me what you see. Like again, I do have a lazy eye. You can probably see it. My let's just say like my eye slants, so everybody always thinks I'm high, like I smoke or something. Then God forbid my eyes turn red. It's a wrap. People do say I look better without my glasses, but it is what it is. And again, the other thing is I get tired without my glasses, but that's not what we're talking about. So life before my glasses. Hold on one sec. So life before my glasses, it was okay. I mean, like let's just say from when I started to like remember up until let's say I think it was like the first or second grade is when I got my first pair. But like I was good up until that point. I sat in the front anyway. I like my vision was good. I don't know honestly why I started wearing glasses. I know I was like nearsighted, but like to put me in glasses that early on, I'm not sure. But I could see. I was able to see things coming. I mean, again, I was very nearsighted. Well, not even very. I'm very nearsighted now, but I was nearsighted as a youngster, as a young boy. Very nearsighted. But I think I was able to function well. I think I functioned very well without my glasses or without glasses or having like corrective lenses. So that was the thing. So let's jump to my first pair of glasses. Like I said, the first or second grade is when I remember getting my first pair of glasses. Um, what happened? I remember when I got an eye exam from a doctor, from like the doctor's office. Went to Lens Crafters. I'm walking out down memory lane. Went to Lens Crafters, and this is when Harry Potter was popular. Luckily, I avoided getting the Harry Potter glasses. I believe they were circular frames, but they weren't like the Harry Potter line. Because again, my prescription would have just blew them frames out the water. But I got those glasses, and I started wearing them. But honestly, when I was younger, I didn't really like to wear them. I only wore them like temporarily and stuff like that. Like I didn't wear them every day, like how I do now. Not say people, but like how I actually wear them every day now. Um, and I remember I came to school. Everybody's like, "Oh, you wear glasses?" And I was like, "Yep, yep, yep, yep." But they were very circular glasses. Like what I know, if I knew what I knew about glasses now, that I know, if I knew back then, like what I know now, I would have never got those frames. I would never get a wire pair of frames ever again, to be perfectly honest. Um, but I got those glasses, and somewhere along the line, I stopped wearing those glasses. I think I had went to New York for a summer, and I honestly just like I didn't forget them on accident. I just left them at home on purpose. Like I didn't want to wear glasses anymore. So like that whole summer, I think it took like a week for my eyes to start to adjust, like get that blurriness away and whatever else. Like again, if you wear glasses consistently, you know that you're like when you take the glasses off, your eyes begin to get blurry. However, I think it took like a week or two for my eyes to adjust. So I was just doing what I needed to do. Got up, washed my face. But I think, but that's what your body ultimately does is it adjusts to when it's not being helped or corrected by glasses. Um. So what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Went to New York. Basically, my eyes got better per se, and I honestly went. I think I should say I got them in first. Let's just say I got them in first grade. I stopped wearing them third grade, third or fourth grade, and then fifth through ninth, glasses free. But during that time, again, my eyes would start to like less blurriness. All I had to do was sit close. Like again, like I said, I was nearsighted, but again, I was nearsighted enough that I could see at least the board, probably like 5 to 6 feet away from me. So again, if I sat in the front, no one was the wiser. I knew a little bit better, but again, I would never like bring attention to myself to where it's like I couldn't see, and that was one thing about me. I just never bring attention to where I was lacking. Like again, my eyesight was never like, oh, go look all the way over there. Like, dude, you can't even see all the way over there. So why would you tell anybody else to do that? What else? So what happened? So I stopped wearing glasses. Yeah, like after 2 years, probably 2, 3 years. Um, but how was that experience? I mean, that experience was good. Um, to stop wearing them, to stop putting them on. I remember one time I actually tried to put them back on. They were blurry. My eyes were just not adjusting. By that time, of course, you need a new prescription so your eyes will be better adapted. But during that time, hold on, relax a little bit. But during that time, I it was great. I mean, again, middle school was good. I didn't have any classes. Uh, the last year of elementary school didn't have any classes. I mean, again, besides just like not having the hassle of getting up and getting up to put on glasses, it was fine. I don't know really what else much to say about that, but again, was now the question is, did that hinder me or help me? Like, was that helpful in any type of way? To me, I think it was. Like again, I think if I didn't get classes in the ninth grade, like my prescription would be a lot lower than what it is now. And dang, I actually want to read my prescription to y'all. Y'all can be like, oh my gosh, this child is blind. Even on my glasses, it does say pull over if not wearing, or like whatever if he's not wearing corrective lenses. Like I can't drive without corrective lenses. So I don't know if that classifies you as legally blind. I hope not, because I don't want to classify as that. But again, it is what it is. Um, yeah. Why did I stop? Again, I don't think it was like any major reason. Probably like vanity for any reason. Like I didn't want to wear glasses anymore. I would hate putting them on. They would like they started picking at my hair, all types of stuff. Or was that my second pair? But like they just, I was not a fan of glasses anymore. So that's what that was. Um, yeah, like I said, I was sitting in front of the classroom. So the next pair, we fast forward to ninth grade, probably second semester. Fast forward. My mom was like, "All right, today's the day." I was like, "Today's the day for what?" Went to America's Best. They did my eye exam, and my glasses. So my brother had convinced me that these pair of wire frames that had like half the lens, like sort of similar to these, but these are all full plastic. It had like the black, and it stopped halfway, and they were rectangular. I'll never forget them. I threw them away, I think, but I'll never forget them. They were rectangular, and he was like, "Man, those five." I was like, I don't know. Anyway, 2 weeks passed. Went to get the glasses, thick as ever. So my left eye, I'm gonna read my prescription, but my left eye is honestly worse than my right eye. But like they keep raising the prescription on my left one, trying to match the image. I learned a lot about like over the years, learned a lot about like how they have to do it, because your brain has to register the image that you're trying to perceive through your eyes, and what you're looking at. So they try to best match, and that's the thing. They always try to match this eye to this eye, but when I get the glasses, it's never as clear. Or like, well, that was pretty good, but it's never as really like in the past. It's never been really as clear as it was on this eye, on my right eye. So honestly, it was just like one time I asked, I was like, whatever. But honestly, one time I asked, I was like, "Do you guys have to raise the left eye?" It was like, "Yeah." It's like either that or again, like the eye would just stop working completely because there's no power going to it in a sense. Like it's not being plugged in. There's no registration with the left and right eye trying to make one image. You'll be surprised what you learn when you admittedly have a deficit in one area. Like I asked a lot of questions revolving around why it's like this, why does it have to be so high, what's going on with my eyes in particular, and I'm gonna get to that. So I just want to walk you through my glasses journey. So ninth grade, like I said, bought a pair, the rectangular half wire frames. Never buy again. As thick as as big as my prescription is now. Plastic frames are honestly my best friend. So I have a glasses size that I try to stick to. I have a temple size that I try to stick to. All that to basically minimize how thick my glasses will turn out. So I recently went and tried to get another pair of glasses. They came back with them. He was like, "I would understand if you didn't want to buy these." And I said, "No." So what we're doing, we're working together now to find the perfect frame, and we're gonna go to the prescription that are in these glasses, because the prescription that are in these glasses aren't that bad. And the one thing was, why they came back so thick, the maker of the lens that makes them thinner. The more money you pay, the more thinner you get, basically. But they did not have the specification to make the new prescription that thin. And I damn near cried when I was about to get the glasses. And he was just like, "You don't have to pay for them. We're gonna work together." Because again, I knew this was gonna happen, and I've been going to them for years. But let's go back. Let's jump back. So those glasses, the rectangular frames that I got, I wore those for 4 years straight. I didn't get a new pair of glasses until second semester freshman year of college. No, first semester. However, I wore them from ninth grade to freshman year of college, vision again still progressively got worse because they say like you're supposed to change your prescription. You're supposed to get an eye exam every year, but you're supposed to change your prescription like every year or two, depending on the severity and whatever is going on with your eye. Now imagine the glasses were good when I first got them, but now I'm wearing them every day. The residue from the anti-glare is coming off. I'm using the wrong type of wipes to clean them. There's scratches. They're getting dirty. All types of stuff is going on with these glasses. And imagine half the frame, half the lens is exposed because they're half wired frames. Never ever ever do wire frames if you have a big prescription. That's just my rule of thumb. So again, not the best pair to have too long. I wrote that like I like it was a very bad pair. So next pair of glasses, that got me through college basically. I believe I got one more pair in college, but I don't think I did. I don't know. It's probably no. I got two pairs in college because I remember one broke junior year, so I think senior year I had to buy new glasses or something went on and I got just new glasses. I remember that much. However, I got some in college and I think again I got plastic frames, got two. These were the best glasses ever. Like people in my class were like, damn, you got supervision, because like I could see shit from like all the way in the back of the class on somebody's computer that was all the way in the front. Not the projector screen, but like somebody's computer that was all the way in the front. I don't know if it was just some zoom-in lenses or whatever the case may have been, but again, I was happy to have new glasses. Like I said, the black pair, I bought a black and a brown pair. The black pair broke. They just fell off my face and just snapped in half junior year. And luckily, it was closer to summer vacation, so by like, I think the senior year, I had got some new glasses, got an eye exam and got some new glasses. And those actually got me out of college, I believe. Or am I tripping? I don't know, but I feel like I wore one pair of glasses the whole senior year. Maybe, maybe not. I might be tripping. But I don't know. The glasses that I got, and I remember the day I got my glasses in college. The day I got my glasses in college, I remember the first thing I told my like family, I was like, "Damn, this is what y'all see," and they was like, "What?" I was like, "I don't see this much detail at all. Like, the world looked different to me. Like the whole world looked very different. Like the grass was greener, the leaves were browner because it was during the fall. The driveway looked dirtier than I thought. Like I saw so much detail. I was like, man, I'm never taking my vision for granted. Again, much I didn't, but I just never had. I mean, money was an issue, so I didn't never really like got around or pressed the issue of getting new glasses because I could see. But apparently, I wasn't seeing the way I needed to, and when I got those glasses, that was the best thing ever. So I believe like during that time or another time, I had asked. Yeah, during that time, I had asked the eye doctor if I could get LASIK. They told me flat out no. So apparently the thing with LASIK and a lot of Marfans, especially if you have something going on with your eye more so than anywhere else, is that LASIK, from my understanding, it's a laser pointing at your eye trying to align the lenses in your eye or align the lens in your eye or whatever the case. But as it's doing that, it's actually penetrating through your eyeball. So their fear was is that laser will ultimately penetrate and basically make me go blind in a way because like I said, well, no. There's no way to tell how much protein is on my eye for that to happen because again, normal people that don't have a cardiovascular where they're not having a deficiency of muscles or tissue per se, or like again tissue and protein throughout their body, there would be good candidates of LASIK and or shaving of the cornea. Like again, my cousin got that. I asked about that. They said no, we cannot shave the cornea either. There was like glasses, and in the worst case scenario, surgery would be your two options. And even with surgery, you might have glasses, might not. It just depends on how you heal and what your vision is afterwards. So, not a candidate for LASIK, which I never really thought about getting. But when I was with my ex and she got LASIK, I had asked. I was like, I wonder. And then, of course, got shot down because I just could not do it, and I'm not a good candidate. 1 second. All right. So, um, yeah, just wasn't a very good candidate for LASIK. But so let's say down the road, like I said, college, graduated, think I got another pair. Down the road, my brother had introduced me to this specialist. I lived in Texas at this point now, but my brother met a specialist in Conyers, Georgia. Dr. Groswald at the Eye Center of Conyers. I suggest if you have Marfans and you live in the Metro Atlanta area or the Georgia area, period, go visit Dr. Groswald. He taught me a lot about my eyes and what's going on, and he's a good specialist for anyone that's suffering from eye problems per se. However, there was this treatment that he had. I don't know if him by himself or like him and a team of colleagues or him and a team of people got together and said, "Hey, this is a good treatment." So basically, there was a treatment to where if your vision is going bad and we catch it at the early stages, you can use contacts, sleep in contacts to help align or push your vision back to normal while you're sleeping. So it would be like the same thing with like those aligners that people wear. You could wear them 24/7, but this one you would wear for like 6 to 8 hours a day, and it would help basically make your vision better as you sleep. So the moment I met him, I asked him about it. He said no. He said you're too far gone. And again, I appreciate the doctors that are blunt with me about like my condition and what's possible and what's not, because I don't want to sit there in a life in a way and just dream or think or hope that something can happen and it absolutely can't. So he told me that no, you're not a good candidate. However, there's some tricks of the trade when creating your prescription that we can do to again minimize the prescription and ultimately help your eye get better and stronger in a sense. And that's what they tell you. Your glasses are supposed to help your eyes get stronger. I don't know. I'm a little hesitant on that point, but he did what he did. I went to him for a good 2 years. I went to him for 2 years straight, and got glasses from him, and ultimately that worked out fine. Loved going to him, loved getting my glasses. I would get my glasses, they fill the prescription, they would send it all the way to Texas, and it was honestly would be a good day. But I forget the name of that. But if you go on his page, Eye Care Center of Conyers, you can see that procedure to where they try to help you by wearing contacts as you sleep. So yeah, that was definitely a thing. So, but as time went on, and just me being in Texas and not being the best thing, like waiting until I went to Atlanta to see an eye doctor, he recommended me to a eye care office in Texas, but in Rockwall. So if you're listening to this and you're in the Texas area, Dr. Fisher Britt would be the one to go to in Rockwall. She took care of me for about a good 2-3 years, and she was the first doctor to ever put me in contacts. So let's talk about the contacts experience. The first time I put them on, scariest thing of my life, because again, they tell you, like, again, if you're not touching your eyeballs constantly, you have a problem with your eye, like your finger coming that close. But again, they had this other technique to where you put it on this little thing, you press your eye against it, the contact goes in, bam, bam, bam. I remember the first time that they got one fitted for me and they told me to come in. She put it in my eye, she took it out. It was my turn. I put it in. I could not take it out. She said, "You can't leave the doctor's office until you take it out." So I sucked it up, like tears and everything, and took it out my eye. And she was like, "All right, now put it back in and leave." I was like, "What?" So basically, had to try to like, no, no, no. She didn't. I didn't leave because I wasn't comfortable with them yet. So I took them out, and she was like, "All right, try taking them off, putting them on, taking them off as much as you can. Just like clothes, trying them on, taking them off, trying them on, taking them off, whatever." Um, when I got home, again, putting them in at this point wasn't the issue. Taking them out was, and I was like, "I'm about to just sleep in these." It was scary. It was honestly scary. Like I didn't know what to do. Like even at that time, my girl tried to take them out. Like I didn't know what to do. So I was like, I'm about to just go to sleep. But no, I stepped away, watched some TV, and I was like, all right, it's time to try again. Got one out. It's like a little pop method. I did the little pop method. It was a thing. So but however, again, now here's another thing with my eyes and glasses is that, well, my eyes and contacts. So apparently, everyone has, say, like a good oval shape of their eye to where the oval contact can now again grip onto your eye. Now well, with my eye, it was flat. So now imagine a curved substance or whatever trying to grip onto something that's flat. So at that time, she was like, well, your eyes are basically as flat as a pancake. So your contact gripping onto these, it's not that it's impossible, it's just that it's going to dry out quicker than most. So even then, I had to learn how to put eye drops in, keep them moist and everything. I think like the maximum time that I could wear my contacts was 2 hours. And one year, that was enough time for me to get a photo shoot done. I popped them suckers out and put my glasses right back on because it's just like my eyes became so dry, watery. I had to keep wiping tears from my eye. And it's not even I'm crying, but again, that was my eyes reacting to the dryness, just trying to create some moisture. The eardrops. The eye drops honestly weren't working, and it was just, it wasn't it. And every time I go in there, he's like, "We're gonna try contacts this year." I'm like, "Nope." He's like, "You just gonna give up?" I was like, "For the most part." But so another thing that she had recommended is squirrels. So if you've been to the eye doctor a couple times, so squirrels are basically, they have a hard outer, but they have a better inner. And I think the thing was behind that is that they are able to pack a little bit more prescription and they hold on a little bit longer to your eyes, so you can get more use out of them and less air in, so you can get more use. Unfortunately, I have to part ways from that office because it's just too far to travel. So I won't be getting my squirrels from Dr. Britt. However, I recommend her go to her if you don't mind. However, she recommended someone in Dallas. I've yet to visit them, so there should be a part 2 of this on like how things are going with my eyes and me getting contact. I'll go ahead and mark that down and think about doing a part 2 for this particular episode. Maybe a part 2. Writing it down so I don't forget. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, not being able to get a good use with them. Don't forget to mention. Oh, so alright, the times that I have lost my glasses. So I remember one time I was at my aunt's house, and then these are the rectangular wireframe. I was at my aunt's house. We had went like water rafting, and I had fell out my raft, and I tipped over, and my glasses fell to the bottom. We were in a little river in Georgia, whatever. But my glasses had fell to the bottom, and my aunt's passing me. She's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "My glasses fell." She's like, "What?" I was like, "Don't worry, I found them," and that was good. End of story. She was just like, "Man, if you would have lost the glasses, your mom would have killed me." End of story. And again, I'm very good about my glasses. I try to buy accessories to keep them on my ear and all types of stuff. So now we fast forward to Cabo. Went to Cabo for my girlfriend's birthday. Basically, on a jet ski, driving. Jet skis are fun. The only fear is you're out in the open ocean. But again, I had a life jacket on. I wasn't really didn't feel too bad. But jet skis are cool. I'm driving. Vroom, vroom. I make a turn. I'm still trying to figure, like, going straight on a jet ski is fine. You make a turn the wrong way, it's a wrap. You can flip over, which again, I did. So I'm driving this time, made a wrong turn. We flip out the jet ski, and why do I have my glasses on in the middle of the freaking sea, ocean, whatever? I have no clue. Will I do it again? Probably. But just driving, just riding out. Make a turn, flip out the boat. I have these hooks on my glasses though, so they honestly went nowhere the first time. So, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. So got back on the jet ski, no problem. So I switched. One of our friends went out on the jet ski together. And he's like, oh, I want to drive now or whatever. They're driving, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is not about the MOL. They're driving the jet ski, and they make the hardest turn on the jet ski. Both of us just go flying off the jet ski. All I feel is my frame run from my face, go in the ocean, and why don't glasses float? I have no clue. They're sinking, and I see them like as like they're waving and sinking. I try to grab them, but I think the only thing I did was push them down. So now somewhere in the Los Cabos Sea, or is that the California Sur or whatever, there's a pair of $400 glasses sitting at the bottom. So they're like, "Oh, you want to drive back?" I was like, "I can't see," but yes, I do. So I'm driving back. They're directing me at this point. This is how like we're in deep, where it's blue. I'm just like, you're gonna just have to point to where to go. So I get back on the shore. My girlfriend's like, "Where's your glasses?" I was like, "They out there somewhere. They in the bottom." She was like, "Oh my god, I told you not to go on there." I was like, "Yeah, I knew he was gonna say that." However, they're like, say now for instance, we got back on the beach, and again, if you wear glasses, normally you know as soon as you take them things off, your body starts to wind down because again, that is the time that I think your body just knows that's the time that you're winding down. When you go to sleep, when you take your glasses off, you're going to sleep. Point blank, period. So ultimately, I lost my glasses. I'm sitting on the beach. My body's getting tired. I take like a 15, 20-minute nap on the beach. And I'm just like, oh man, I need to go get my glasses. But see, at that time, that's why I never travel without both my glasses. At this point in time, I never travel without both pairs because if something happens to one, I can now say need to proceed with caution the following the rest of this trip. Where these ones get back to my place of residence and order a new pair. So ultimately, that's what I had to do. When we got back to America, had to drive up there, and I was like, hey, how much is it gonna cost? So the insurance was like, if you didn't have proof of the glasses, like again, like a stem of the glasses, you had to buy the whole new glasses. That's how the insurance worked for those particular glasses. And I was like, that sucked. So I had to spend another $300-400 for a pair of glasses. And ultimately, I mean, again, it is what it is. I learned my lesson. And like I said, the money aspect. So I mean, between exams and glasses, I'm up there. A couple thousand, I'm pretty much up there. Because again, the more, like I said, the higher your prescription is, basically the more you pay. And that's not even the brag. I wish I could pay less for my glasses. I want to pay just like, I know some people that are basically just paying for the frames. Like, I have yet to get an expensive pair of frames because that will like triple what I normally pay in order for to get my glasses or my prescription fulfilled. And I said I was gonna read my prescription. Let me grab it. 1 second. So corticonus was another procedure or thing that I was recommended to get. But they said at this point, corticonus is like something else. So it's just like, it's not that I wasn't a good candidate. It just didn't see the sense in performing it for me. So I have, all right, let's go from my last, the 2 prescriptions I have. So let's go from the very old one to the most current one. And the receipt for, this is the receipt for my eye exam. I'm pretty sure the receipt for one of my glasses are in here somewhere, but whatever. So yeah, this was a markup. But let me just give you a what could have happened. This is for the glasses that I was supposed to get. And sadly this year my insurance did not cover or does not cover this doctor's office, and so I have to. That's what else would push me to go away from Dr. Holly Fisher Britt at Eye Care Rockwall. Highly recommend her. However, basically the price for the new glasses that I was about to get last week was $429, and that was with discounts that they gave me. But $429, and that was only for one. So ultimately, I was gonna buy 2. But I just kept fighting in my mind, like, why get 2 pairs if insurance isn't covering them? And then insurance is saying they were only going to give me up to $100 for each pair. After I turned in my receipts, and I was like, no, never mind. However, this is where we are with let's say the old prescription. And if you know anything about prescriptions, this is what it is. So my last 2 prescriptions, but the older one for the right eye, the spare was -7.5, the cylinder was -5, and the axis was at a 28. So whatever that means in the eye world, right eye fucked up, but compared to what I'm about to read, yeah. So for the left eye, for the sphere, we're at a -11. At the cylinder, we're at a -7. And at the axis, we're at a 147. So whatever that means, yep, my numbers are up there. I probably have the thickest glasses on air. The thickest glasses is a person that you might know. It is what it is. So that was my old prescription, and this is the one I'm probably going to be getting filled in a new pair of glasses that I'm getting soon. My new prescription is for the right eye, and that's actually a good thing. For the right eye, -7.5 for the sphere. The cylinder is -5, and the axis is 28. So apparently, from May 2021, to August 2022, my right eye didn't change. And now for my left eye, the sphere was a -11. The axis was 147. So those two stayed the same. But my cylinder was a -8. And so that's where I was saying the specialists or the manufacturers that make the frames, not the frames, the lenses, he had, let's say, a very thin composite or whatever to make a very, to make the 0.7 or the -7 thin. When the guy that I got my glasses, like again, that whole office where I got my glasses from, he said he called him and he said, -7 is the best we could do to get that for what we have. It's like, again, however they do it. So basically, he had to go to someone else to get the prescription filled for a -8. For a -8. And when I got those glasses back, they were just like, I was just like, no. Again, there's not too much you can do because that is your prescription at the end of the day. But If we gotta call different people to get that filled, I'm with it. We can call around the whole world because I need as thin as possible. Because again, my prescription is so high. So yeah. So for that left eye again on the new prescription was -11 sphere, -8 cylinder, and a 147 axis. So the sphere and the axis stayed the same, but the sphere didn't, and the whole right eye stayed the same. But like again, man, it's definitely been an uphill battle when it has come to the progress or the treatments and the care for my eye. It's definitely eyes plural, but it's definitely been an uphill battle, and I'm trying to win. I think I like some days I just think like I don't want to wear my glasses anymore. I want my eyes to fight for themselves, but I know that being I guess a working professional now, it just wouldn't be a good look as far as like why is he so close to the screen? Like why is he licking the screen or sniffing the screen? Ever seen an episode of SpongeBob where like I think it's like all of their eyes were like Mr. Krabs' eyes was like on the money? That's how mine would be. Um so what's next? Yeah, where I am now with my vision and the type of frames I buy. So like I said, I stick to plastic frames. Now, in the past 2 or 3 years, I stick to round plastic frames. Um, they don't expand as much as the bigger your prescription, the wider or thicker the sides are. So when you have a circle frame, they don't tend to expand as much on the sides. And another thing is, if I could get a narrow, like again, a smaller frame for the lens, like one lens. Like let's say if I used to have like 60 or 50 and now I'm like at a 45, 48, that makes much of a difference when you're searching for a frame. And again, the shape, now I have a circular shape that helps more. So I've learned a lot throughout like picking out glasses, what's going to look best, what the prescription is going to look like when it's filled, what the lens is going to look like when it's filled. I've learned a lot over the years, and again, that's just an experience and a part of what it is. So what now is that if I don't see the exact size or what I'm looking for at a doctor or like a doctor or a lens office, I got to shop online. So I found a couple places online, and they said, well, I can buy the frames, and my person that I have at I Care Rockwall, and of course the new person that I meet at my new recommendation here in Dallas. What am I trying to say? They're going to help me basically put the lenses in those. And again, they said it doesn't matter the frame as long as we're able to put the lens in any frame. You just have to buy the frame you want, buy the frame you like, and we can make it do what it do. And I said, okay. So I found a couple frames online. We're going to fish through some and just try to get it filled out and just try to get it filled hopefully before the end of June. So we'll see how that goes. So winding down, let's see the words of advice. So let me see, what do I have to tell you guys today? Listen to your doctors, eat your carrot. But I think I wrote that. Eat more carrots. Seriously, I would try to see if there are any other ways to treat your eyes before starting to wear, depending on glasses and contacts. That just comes from like me thinking like if it just having a high thought of, are glasses actually making my eyes better or worse? So for 1 year, one full 12 months, or damn near 15 because it was made to August of the next year, my right eye stayed the same. Could it become more crisp or whatever? Yeah, but ultimately my right eye stayed the same, and my left eye only degraded a little bit. But I would say see if there are any other ways to help improve what's going on with your eye before you resort to glasses and contacts. That's my only word of advice. Like again, if I wasn't a working professional, if I was just like not doing anything, I probably wouldn't be wearing glasses. But again, my screen would be like this close to my face, which it is when I'm not wearing my glasses, and I get hassled for that as well. So you gotta choose your battles, but ultimately, you honestly want to you honestly want to see if there's anything you can do. I know, like, well, no, I'll just say carrots because that's what they've always told us to make our vision better. I'll say carrots, but there's some other things that I've come across that I won't say. If you want to know, you can come and ask me. But that may help with your vision. So I'm like borderline, just trying to figure out different things for myself as well. But and like I said, I thought we said this in another episode. If the Captain America experiment was ever a real thing, I'll be first in line. I don't want glasses. My Marfans will be gone. I'll be buffer, stronger, whatever the case may be. I'm first to sign up and first in line to get it done. Uh, Conclusion. So again, in conclusion, I hope that one day some type of procedure or protocol comes out that can what I hope that one day some type of procedure or protocol comes out in hopes that one day can improve my vision. Until that day, I will continue to live my life and do adventures with or without my spectacles. So again, that's one thing. Like skydiving, jet skis. Plan on going skiing this year. Like I won't let these glasses stop me from doing those type of things. So you see that I take them off, I keep them on, put the rubber Amazon tips behind my ear, put the little rubber things to zip it up to your neck. Any type of way to keep the glasses on and being an experience. That's just what you got to do. So that's what I've been doing. Every time I went, what's that thing? Zip lining, hiking, working out, running, whatever. Like either the glasses are on or off, but I'm not necessarily gonna stop whatever it is. I know, like this past time when we went to Jamaica and we went zip lining, I had the things on the back of the hooks. My glasses never even thought about moving. They was so secure, and that's one thing that I ultimately enjoyed. Is that it was just like I was ready. Got it from Target. If you guys want to know, it's one of those things that you just hook onto the hooks and you clench it to the back of your neck. But yeah. So I'll read both of them again. So for words of advice, eat more carrots. Seriously, I would try to see if there's any other ways to treat your eyes before you start wearing and depending on glasses and contacts. That was my words of advice. For the conclusion, I hope that one day some type of procedure or protocol comes out so that it can improve my vision. Until that day, I will continue to live my life and do adventures with or without my spectacles. So that was that, guys. So I hope you guys, if you didn't learn anything, let me try to teach something now. Take care of your eyes. Wear your glasses, or no, wear them as needed. If you're home and you can do without them, take them off. Give your eyes time to breathe. What I've learned is that for my eyes particularly, the lenses are tilted. So that's one reason that my vision is the way it is. And I think they said, like I said, I think they said at one point, or depending on how bad it is, they'll have to open my eyes and put an artificial lens in. I've seen those surgeries. I've heard of those surgeries. I didn't never think it would be me. My eye health, I think it's pretty good. They said there's no bad signs of retina detachment, as far as like again that if you like how see in the back of your eye and how there's like this long ligament attached to your eyeball. Mine's is not that bad, but again, as I grow, as I age, who knows what things are going to get better or worse. So honestly, if there's anything more that I could say is that to get your eyes checked yearly. Don't be afraid of the getting them dilated. Again, getting your eyes dilated is something to help you so they can see what's going on back there, of course, without doing like an x-ray or whatever type to see from the side. Because I'm pretty sure there's some way that they can see from the side of what's going on with the tissue in your face, right? That's ultimately what it is. More tissue. Again, you have your bones, you have your brain, again, you have everything else going on. But yeah, man, get your eyes checked. Try not to, and And again, one thing they say to do with Marfans, and especially if you have bad vision, is to avoid contact sports, avoid car accidents, avoid falling on your face or your head and stuff like that, because a lot of stuff tends to shift because they're not as secure as somebody without Marfan. So yeah, man. Shout outs. So again, shout outs to Dr. Groswald and Eye Care, Conyers Eye Center, or Eye Center of Conyers. Go see him if you live in Georgia or Atlanta or whatever. Shout out to Dr. Fisher Britt at Eye Care Rockwall. She's taking care of me this far. I'm just sad to leave her office, but I gotta go where my insurance is accepted, so I'm not paying full price for these glasses. And again, shout out to the knowledge that I've gained and that you guys have given me, in picking out glasses and knowing what's going on and knowing different protocols that might have helped at an earlier time to again slow the anti-progression of my glasses, of my eyeballs, and my eye situation. So again, shout out to you guys. Like I said, I've learned so much, and I'm happy to spit the knowledge that I've gained to other people and just tell them to keep a lookout. Eyes are just important as your heart, especially not even especially with Marfan, it's just anything. If you have 20/20 without glasses, kudos to you. Still go get your eyes checked. But at this point, my eyes are just as important as my heart, so I have to get them yearly checked and see what's going on. How to reach me? Again, the description. Everything to reach me is in the description. When you get to my IG pages, everything's in the link trees. And again, there's no way that you can't reach me if you have a question. Subscribe. So of course, subscribe to all the channels. Not the channels. Subscribe to all the platforms. And of course, if you're on YouTube and you prefer YouTube, don't forget to hit the bell so you're alerted every time that I do post a what would this be called? I mean a podcast, but like a vlog, a video log, something. I don't know. But don't forget to hit that bell. And I sincerely hope you guys take care of yourselves and do everything that you need to do to be at 100% health. And if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out. But until next time, peace.